A few months ago, I was at Mar-a-Lago, and I was struck by how the first thing that greets you when you walk into the president's residence is a scale model of the Air Force One of Donald Trump's dreams, with the actual American flag colors on it, far more masculine, far more beautiful, far more iconic for the President of the United States, instead of the kind of muted periwinkle baby bitch blue that is the current Air Force One, which I guess is somewhat iconic, but a little weak and a little weird. And this isn't the blue of our country. This is not the blue found on the American flag. It's, again, it's a little periwinkle for me. Anyway, it's an awesome plane. And this was its last ride. What you're seeing right here, actually, was the plane taxiing in Paris, leaving France this week to fly Donald Trump for the last time. Because what Donald Trump has done here, this is the model on the table, in the couch at Mar-a-Lago, is manifest. Boom. Look at that. This is the new plane. This is what Trump wanted, and this was it. This is it today. Delivered, official, done, signed, sealed, committed, and minted for the President of the United States. Look at this. Bridge aircraft arrives at Joint Andrews Air Force Base, begins commissioned flights. The Air Force's bridge aircraft, they call it that because they're building a brand new Air Force One to replace the one that is currently flying or has just been decommissioned since 1990. That's like 40 years. You're talking 40 years old. Well done, good and faithful service. The servant, the last ride, says the president's communication director. 40 years. And Dan Scavino posting, I've been fortunate enough to fly around the world on this iconic plane for 5.5 years. 35 of it has been serving U.S. presidents. Thank you, Air Force One. Sort of the iconic Air Force One movie, right? With Harrison Ford. Here it is. Scavino does a walk around. It is officially done, and make way for the plane of Donald Trump's dreams, because it's literally the plane that was the model at Mar-a-Lago, which is awesome. Here we go. Donald Trump just revealed the brand new plane. This was a gift, actually, from our Qatari partners. It is, by the way, the old Air Force One will continue to be flying, maybe with like the vice president or other teams. I flew on the vice president's plane this year. It's old, right? It needs a little refurbishing. The VC-25B bridge aircraft, a Boeing 747-8 gifted by Qatar, finished modifications and flight testing in May. It is now on track to be delivered as the presidential transport plane. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The first flight will be taken. Trump's planned July 3rd trip to Mount Rushmore is his first flight on the new Air Force One. Whoa. So there were sneak peeks of it that people got on the internet. You can see, obviously, the differences here. But now we've seen the full thing. This is before the paint job. This was it at the, just sitting at the airport. No president should be flying on a 40-year-old aircraft. I totally agree. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. Shaka laka. What a total and complete beauty. A stunner. The new aircraft has arrived at Joint Andrews Air Force Base. There it is. Look at her go. What a tasty airplane with a beautiful paint job. It is majestic. It projects strength. And Donald Trump descending the staircase. All right, there you go. Got to mute God Bless the USA now because I don't love that song, but because we get a copyright strike every single time that we play it. Here's Donald Trump descending the staircase to God Bless the USA for the first time. Very cool. And he didn't even trip and fall down. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Donald Trump descends the stairs from the new mint Air Force One. God Bless the USA blast through the speaker in the new hangar. The vibes are immaculate. We're going to win. We're going to win. There we go. And he's done it. Incredible. President Trump making a speech here. Also, I thought very cool, signs the mechanical panel of Air Force One. Look at this. So Trump giving the old, giving the signature there. Pretty neat. And Donald Trump saying that the new Air Force One will lead a historic flyover above Washington, D.C. on the 4th of July.
Before General, right? Spending a couple of bucks extra for a little fuel. We own the plane, so all we need is a little extra fuel, right? We have America's 250th, and that's coming up in a little while. And I think I can say that we're going to do a flyover like no flyover. This is going to lead a group of many, many planes. I do love the F-22, I have to tell. Does anybody like the F-22? I love the F-22. I say, why aren't you putting F-22s? They're putting F-22s. They're going to have the 35s. They're going to have the 60s. They're going to have everything. But this will be a flyover on July 4th. I think I can say the likes of which we've never seen before.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. President Trump popping off at the press, saying he's seeing the press smile for the first time in years.
The brand new 747 that he got had when we first heard about it, 800 hours. 800 hours for an airplane is essentially, I think, Troy, you could say that's a brand new plane. And I said, would like to use it for a little while because the planes are pretty old. Our planes are old. See, a normal president wouldn't do this. A normal president wants to stay away from aircraft. We don't want to order any aircraft so that everybody thinks, but our country has to be represented properly. And includes we have the greatest military in the world. We have the greatest aircraft anywhere in the world, military fighters and bombers and the B-2 bomber. You saw what that did. And we should have a plane. And we're going to have, as you know, we ordered 2 for a long time ago. They ordered and they're coming in. And the hangar was built for the large plane. The other plane is such a difference in size, but there will never be one like this. This is very unique. This is considered the world's most luxurious plane. When it was built at a level that will probably never be seen again. And if the press would like, I don't know if it's going to help me with stories. I don't think they'll be any different. But what we're going to do is we're going to take you for just a quick tour. The press is actually going to, oh, look at them. They're actually smiling. Are you smiling? First time I've seen them smile in years. They don't smile at Republicans. They should smile at Republicans because we're the ones that make America great.
Okay. All right. There you go. I'll admit it. I was the smiling reporter. I most definitely want a tour. Donald Trump saying we can take you for a little tour. You should smile. That would be great. All right. Why not? Sights and sounds. President Trump, ladies and gentlemen, departing for Camp David for a locked-in weekend. Vibes are spectacular here with the new plane. Look at this. Look at this perspective. Come on. Dude. Doesn't it just make you proud to be American? Sure as hell does. Ladies and gentlemen, America represented gloriously once again. The President of the United States. Lock in, Patriots. There's more winning to do. Patriots are in control.